All right, so in the next series of videos, we're going to look at how we can, or what we can do with our painted model inside of ZBrush. What we'd like to do, and what we're going to do in the next series of videos, is we're going to do a ZBrush render, and then we're going to kick out several passes from ZBrush and bring them into Photoshop and comp them together. All right. And by doing that, we'll have a lot of control over all of the elements of the image, you know, the shadows, the ambient occlusion, the color layers, the specular, that sort of thing. We'll be able to dial those in separately to really create a nice looking image. We'll also be able to add a background image in there as well. All right. So to begin with, you need to have your model painted, finished, ready to go. All right. Next thing we need to do is decide on the size of image that we want to kick out of ZBrush. And to do that, we're going to come over to the Document tab. And let me just go ahead and open this up and dock it over here. All right. And right now you can see that our image is 1392 width with a height of 717. We can change that to anything we want, right? But we need to turn off this Constrain Proportions button right here. If we just move this right now, you'll see that they move together, like the bottom and top will move together, width and height. But if we turn this off, then we can change these, the width and height sizes independently. So let's say that we want our width to be, we'll just keep it simple, 1020. Hit enter, and maybe put the height at, maybe we want the height to be taller than the width. So let's make this, say, 1400. Okay, and we'll hit resize. It's going to ask us, are we sure? And we'll say yes. And when that happens, you're going to see, you'll probably see some kind of weird distortion on your model right here. All you need to do is hit Control N. That will clear your canvas. And then you can just click and drag and bring your model out one more time. Make sure to hit T for edit. All right. And now if you come up to the, it's over in the Document tab right here. You'll see there is a zoom button right here. So if we click that and zoom out, you'll be able to see the entire size of the render canvas. So this is our size of our render right here. So now you'll want to size up your model and pose him, or at least, you know, get him ready for render. Now, one word of advice: don't put your character or your model or whatever it is that you're rendering dead center, facing forward. All right, that's typically, you know, as far as composition goes, that's not the best sort of composition. It's not the most interesting, and it doesn't really, show off your model certainly in its best light. So I would suggest, you know, turning your model a little bit, bringing it in a bit, trying to create some kind of interesting composition. Okay. So once you've got him in place where you want him to be, we're going to put him right here. There we go. All right. Just a little bit off center, turned a little bit 3/4. Nothing too difficult or anything. Okay. Once we've got this now, it's a good idea to lock our camera in place. And to do that, again, we're going to be in the Document menu right here. We're going to come down to where it says Zap Link Properties. I'm going to click on that. And you'll see that we've got a number of options here: front, back, right, left, top, bottom, and custom. All you need to do is go ahead and click on the front button. All right. And you'll see that will light those up. And now we have in a sense locked our camera in place. So if I go ahead and move him, if I move him around or deliberately move him around, whatever, if I come back over here and hit front, it'll bring us right back to where we were before. All right. So this is important if we do want to kick out different layers for our render, that we're able to have our character in the exact same spot for these renders. Okay. If you decide you want to move it, you can clear all right here. Okay, it's going to ask, are you sure? And you can say clear. And then you can reposition him a little bit. Okay, and come back over here and hit front again, and now that will lock that in place. Okay, we don't need this anymore. All right, so we've created our document size. We've got our character in place. One more thing we can do is come over here to light. And you'll see right now our light is kind of dead center, right above the character. So you may want to click on that little circle and move your light around and to sort of determine where you want your light to come from. All right. So maybe we'll do it something like this. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. So once you've got your light set, we are ready to begin our renders. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and look at actually doing a render.